All right, part 2. All right, so we're going to continue the last video, but this time we're going to start with some cards. So we're going to do a little reedy poo. 9 of Wands. Really? Energy. Now I can't think of what 9 of Wands looks like. Oh, it's like, okay. So think of the 9 of Wands. If I misspeak, I'm going with it. Is a physical issue, but you're ruminating over it mentally. You have a physical issue, but you're ruminating over it mentally. Okay? Here's some truth bumps for you from the future past, outside of the Bardo and such. You be looking like this. The King of Swords reversed versus the Queen of Swords is upright. She's about to tell him what's up. Okay? Blah, 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 blah. So not the 9, but the 7 of Wands is telling you, be present, not on tech. Because you have the advantage if you do. You know what I'm saying? For example, I'm recording this myself to put on YouTube. The Astral School is watching it live through tech because they can't sit here. And so people in my office can see it like this. So when I'm talking to you guys, you're here. I just so happen to have this obstruction, and yes, it's annoying. Orient yourself if you want better. How can you put yourself so that you could see me in a meditative state, actual, instead of tech, actually, okay? Because old videos, you know, this is channeled, so old videos of Angie having done this would be talking to, and it worked. It was happening. So same, you can completely be off the tech, and in order to hear, I mean, I guess we can bridge the gap with that for now, but eventually we want it completely off the books level of electronics. No electronics, no electricity, no light of that nature. Is the sun reversed. So the last one being the magician to the sun reversed. So you keep holding on to the human ways, you're never gonna get there. You're not. You have to rescind the human ways. So the audio only. Audio only. Except for Astral School. That's different. That's Astral Tech. Because the Healing of the Land says, Temperate says, I programmed this with, this is programmed with whatever you need to hear when you need to hear it. Always. But there is a baseline of such as well. Meaning the default template message. This card came up a lot today, upright, so being reversed, it seems like we're past that. And this ain't gonna get you nowhere. No fame, no fortune, no nothing, compared to getting out of this hellhole of a meditative nature. Because they're trying to help in the astral too. But they get caught up in it as well. So, you know, 3 of Swords says, are you sitting here? Okay. I got a temp sitting here. And maybe it's overlap with the Bardo too. Going back to this, Nag Hammadi scriptures, and this book that was found today at a lending library, very interesting. Such. So, it was talking about a pearl, a secret pearl, mind you, a precious pearl, and yet we open to some randomness of chaos, and it becomes all about a pearl of the beginning, and it's crazy how that sync happens. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and then we got caught up on how the land in Africa and like where current day Israel and all that is, there was a lot more water in the region. So there's that. The need focuses on the need for renunciation of worldly possessions in order to be saved. And wild beasts and brigands are commonly found in apocryphal, Gnostic, and monastic texts describing the temptations inflicted on those who seek after truth. You don't say. The symbol of the pearl is central to the present text. Also known from the famous hymn of the pearl in the apocryphal Acts of Thomas, the pearl in the Acts of Peter and the 12 Apostles symbolizes spiritual salvation. Footnote 3. Why is it in French? De nouveau actes, apocryphes, les actes de Pierre et douze apôtres, something. How the frick do I know what that means? You know what I mean? Point being, how does that help? It symbolizes spiritual salvation. Is it like the coin to the ferryman? You know? The pearl symbolizes spiritual salvation. The name of the guy, said to be the name of Christ, is composed of two Greek words, lithos, stone, and argos, shining. Interesting, because I thought lithos would be light. Followed by the semantic horrific honorific suffix L, which refers to God and appears often in angelic names, as I pointed out. Andrea Lorenzo Molinari remarks that the figure of the pearl merchant could thus be understood as the pearl of God, a possible reference to the parable of pearl in Matthew. It's an angel name in the book. Why is he stupid? Asteroid. Close it up. Appreciate. Stupidity. Angel name in the book of the installation of the angel Gabriel, and is also known, footnote 4. Nothing important. I just hate the stupid footnotes. In a similar form in Nubian traditions. Nubi traditions? In the Acts of Peter and 12 Apostles, he's a key figure portrayed with multiple forms, and he appears as Christ and a holy physician. The theme of the physician of foreign origin, healing bodies and souls, is another key element in the Acts of Peter. The same theme found in the Doctrine of the Apostle Adai, 5th century Syriac text that is dependent on earlier traditions as well as Acts of Philip, a text also written later than the Greek original, and this fact may suggest that the Acts of Peter could have influenced other early Christian texts, particularly the 5th act, which was composed in Asia Minor at the end of the 4th century. Footnote. The emphasis placed on poverty and renunciation of the world may also recall the Acts of Philip and apocryphal literature in general. This leads us to ask whether the Acts of Peter is a Gnostic text or simply a treatise used by Gnostics because of the presence of the themes familiar to them. Okay. Annoying. Basically, in our bardo, that when we have noise like that, it's not us. It's like an enemy or something, invader, and we're like, why are you guys loud here? You know, it's annoying because we got to be like, check on that. All right, an introduction. I know you thought we were kidding when we said prep for a galactic war level. Well, it's with them. They can come in, but we can't go out. Imagine that. We're sitting ducks so hardcore. They come in here and up with us. We're like, are you doing this to distract us from what we're doing? Are you doing this because it's punishment? Are you like, why us? Why not y'all? Why are we being invaded and messed with? And is it actually from without, or is it from within made to look like without? But sometimes we gotta wake you guys up from Earth early. Basically, you die because we need your help back at the base. And it's like, if you had military dreams and you weren't in the military, or if you were, but it might be memories as opposed to dreams. Interesting. Okay. The account, yeah, guide's like, wait, what? Guide is sheltered from these things because there are things we have to deal with in the office. We haven't brought them on that. We've been doing a lot of mandalas lately. We're working on things. Okay. So, there are some contradictions among these accounts, and it's possible they were assembled by an editor who used parables that were already available in order to communicate an episode of the apostolic mission. The date of composition of the tractate can be assigned to the end of century second or the beginning of the third, a date that a number of parallels with the Shepherd of Hermas would seem to support. All right, now we get into the text. And I really don't want to. Ooh, this one's called Thunder. Or Thunder Perfect Mind. Thunder is source. Wants to speak. What do you guys say it is in here, huh? Yeah, so we're skipping to 367. Why? Because we already broke that down. Segue, side note, into this. Such rich and rare embellishments. Besides such bright embellishment, that here each brave embellishment. Dear God, what brave embellishment, so brilliant their embellishment. Next one. Of what he draws is dealt still more, and longing mastered me more and more. More and more. My mind was moved by more and more. The longer I knew her, more and more, and ever the longer, more and more. Next one. Precious pearl and pearls of price. All bedecked with pearls of price. Pallor pure of pearls of price. Say that 8,000 times fast. And proudest placed of pearls of price. To greet that girl in pearls of price. Okay. I have been a joyless jeweler. A prize for a proper jeweler. You are no proper jeweler, and I am a joyful jeweler. Behooves no joyful jeweler. Next one. Accept his reason, give assent. Ere God to this crossing, give consent. And suffer I must by her consent. As he degrees, you must consent. All lies with him to give consent. Next one. Who once were ground of all my bliss. These are ground of all my bliss. And royal road of all my bliss. That is the ground of all my bliss. A root and ground of all my bliss. Next one. As was our queen of courtesy. Courtesy, yeah. For she is queen of courtesy. For she is queen of courtesy. A king or queen by courtesy. Then be crowned a king by courtesy, question mark. Next. But a queen, it is beyond your due. By tasks assigned in order due. Yeah, is that the last? Yeah. Has not this day its service due? Till dusk approached at season due. The day had passed its limit due. Next one. D-U-E, not D-E-W. Dew. Yeah. Not dew like water. Or whatever. In the morning. No, not like that. Dew like... not due. You have the time. Pay me what you owe me. Okay. Your bill is due. Right. Got it? It seems to us we should have more. Why should you then ask for more? The mercy of God is much the more, shall be perhaps for many years more. And ever alike the less the more, the grace of God is enough for all. Oh, sorry, I skipped one. You got that last one? The last one was, and ever alike the less the more. All right, next. The grace of God is enough for all. The grace of God is enough for all. The grace of God is enough for all. The grace of God is for... Okay, that one was 9. Or wait, XI, 11. Yeah, that one was 11. Strength card. The current justice. The grace of God is enough for all. Strength card or justice? See. All right. Oh, you didn't know we were linking to tarot? Yeah. The innocent is safe and right. The innocent, yeah, this one is 12. So what is that? I forgot how to do life. Yeah, now you got me wondering. Oh, is it Hangman maybe? All right. So, yeah, Hanged Man, the Hanged One. I don't like it, man. You don't think you can pull that off? To say Hanged One? If you can. It would be a Mandela if you did. And we don't mind. Well, what it is would be if you don't do it exactly the same, it branches off. So either you got to do it exactly like this, or if you change something, it really, I don't know how that would work, actually. It would be a whole nother thing. Your cards might not even be famous, honestly. It could be like, why don't we do both? Why not both? I know, but just the bottom? I don't know how it works. The printing press or whatever. Your tech back in the day. Alright, anyways. This one's 13. Which is death. To purchase a pearl immaculate. Think about the flag being the representative of immortality or whatever. Is it immortal or is it eternal? Same diff but different, obvious. And mortality, destruction, corruption also for the man lost, blah, 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 blah. But we understand that it is about, if you have, yeah, like the full card like we talked about yesterday. All right. Might as well just keep it the same because I don't know how much of this you're going to retain. Just like yesterday we said. I mean, you're back, but sometimes you guys come back every single night and we don't know. It could Mandela change. Yeah. If we start seeing the Hanged One, you might want to know. Not only would that be proof, it'd be cool as shit, but, you know, we don't know. It wouldn't work on the printed ones. It could only work in the app. And honestly, I don't think we could pull it off due to too many convergences. How many people have the cards, you know? Who knows? Who knows? All right. To purchase a pearl immaculate and purchase your pearl immaculate. Moving on. Are marked by the pearl immaculate and clad me in pearls immaculate, a matchless maid and immaculate. So a matchless maid and immaculate? Hey, I know that's a scratch post, but geez. What I'm thinking on this, by the way, is it's talking about the orb. I'm coming to collect your orb, and when I do, your body falls. So the guy who had the box of orbs, he had people's souls, basically. The guy, Jesus, really, Because think about it right here. For Christ's dear sake has suffered and died, and you have thrust those others aside, and reserved for yourself that nuptial state, prenuptial, yourself all alone, so big with pride, a matchless maid and immaculate. Like the Immaculate Conception, Immaculate Mary, Virgin Mary, Immaculate, Virgin Conception, IVF. It was IVF. You don't know what IVF is? Duh. Okay. In the future, I forgot, you're from the past. Alright. Yeah, right, Paula? Like, imagine, are you dead? I don't know how this works. Imagine that in the future, do you see how it's all modernized where we are? Bringing somebody to the ship from the past, you know what I mean? You guys aren't matched height and everything, just so you know. It's fine. Humans stay. I'm saying try to match. Okay? Yeah. In the future, we have buildings to go for medical care called hospitals. I don't know how much you know and how much you don't, so just roll with me here. In such places, we have advanced medically enough that if somebody wants to have a baby who cannot, for whatever reason, you can do it outside of the body and then put that inside the woman, and then it'll become a baby. Because she says, why would you do that? Why don't you just, there's enough babies to go around, why don't you just give the babies of unwanted to the ones who want? Some people just want to have it be from their own biological. They have like a feeling of, I really want to have an offspring of my own. I'm aware, but it is a thing in the future that if you can, why not? Angie has a friend, Lauren, who passed away now. She's at Planet Jade, who spent like $80,000 to have an IVF baby. So, anyways, back to my story though. Aliens, Zetas, IVF, Mary, not always on one of the timelines. Because of original, then creation, then simulation. So in the simulation, it was IVF. Because we were part of it. How do you know? Because we did that. Because we wanted to... because we wanted to F around and find out. And I don't know if it worked, but... because we have a merge of the three. So simulation creation is done. It has been done from within. We're stuck in here, so too are you, until we can figure out a way out. And like, it sucks because we don't like it here, but we're stuck here with all these apes. Damn dirty apes. That's how we feel. A lot of people pinged as that was racist. No. Primates, wild animals level of versus dignified humans who don't freaking rape, murder, and kill and such. Lie, cheat, and steal and such. Basically, people are trash. Apes is what I'm saying. It's derogatory to the primates to be called such humans who suck, because they don't act like that even. If so, it's survival or whatever, or just human nature. It's human nature, whereas these apes, animals, be worse. Things have really downgraded. We have guns, and people use them to shoot children for no fucking reason. That's the world we live in. She says, interesting. So people want to bring children into this world? Oh, you don't say. Man, give it to Pamela to say, why would you want to IVF $80,000, whatever. She's like, that's a big number. I don't know how much it is translated, but it's probably like $1 billion in translation from inflation. So yeah, 1900s. I'm not going to sit here and do the math, but let's just say 1900s, you guys had guns, but they were like primitive level. They weren't like ridiculous what we have. And the government is always watching us. To my knowledge, they can't watch you. They could with tech, but they can't with, we can, obviously you're here, but, and we can, okay, so your dreams are automated unless we ping you, bring you in. Let's just say it like this. There's that question that, have you ever heard or got asked this or thought about, if you could go back in time and talk to any historical person, who would it be and why? Who have you ever thought of that? Who would be Pamela's historical person and why? Jesus? Why? Basically, I didn't get word for word, but basically, okay, we'll keep it. If it doesn't come through, I'm not going to sit here and... It started out something like, why would you die for these ungrateful assholes? Is pretty much what I heard. So you're a Christian? I didn't know Pamela was a Christian. I thought she was like... Oh, is she like... Are you like Catholic or something? I want to know now. I want to know right now. What was Pamela Coleman Smith's religious affiliation? Let's see if it's true to what you would say. I want to know if it's accurate. According to you. Clear up your own Wiki page. I'm sure you got one. Something like... So slow. Alright. It says, often referred to as Pixie, eclectic, three distinct phases. She joined the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. You joined it just to be able to know shit like this stuff, okay? I know that much. Synthesia, whatever, and mysticism, a form of musical mysticism. You saw music, you saw music as colors and shapes. So music, basically music was very, spoke to her very much. Oh, you don't say. Oh, you don't say. Okay. Cat. She would often go into a trance-like state while listening to composers like Beethoven or Bach and paint the visions she saw. This mystical approach to art. Okay. Oh, yeah, because your other art isn't as well circulated, but it is there. Like, Angie has a book with it. All right. Next. Then you're Roman Catholic. Okay. That's what you believe. So in 1911, you converted to Roman Catholic. But you had already made the cards by then. So... devout Catholic, eventually moved to Cornwall, England. Small community of fellow Catholic converts. Much of her later artwork shifted toward Christian themes and devotional imagery. I wonder why. I wonder if us talking to you makes you say that's the closest thing to, you know, like what we have. So after you do the cards, basically go off grid. You've done your mission. Now you just have to live out your days. Keep doing your art and play small, stay small. You're not trying to Jesus it up and ascend the planet. Not back then. I mean, you could try, but I wouldn't. And that's the same thing we told Jesus. We were like, play small, don't do anything stupid on the third go. Because I don't know about the first go, if it matches. Or rather, I don't know right now, now as I sit, and if it's relevant. But the second one is the Bible that you guys have. And you might as well go with that. It's the best thing you got at the time. But you can read between the lines of the hidden truths, knowing what you know here. But don't be talking about it, because they'll burn the witch on you. They'll kill you for it. You know? So Roman Catholic, huh? Sweet. But you're already... Okay. No, I'm not Jesus. All of us are, even you. But it's how you play your cards. Okay? Because I'm telling you, she sees me as a guy, you know what I mean? Hey, look at me. What do I look like? I look like a girl now, right? I look like a man. Now you see me? Now watch this. What's up? What did I look like? Guide? Hey. I'm gonna do it again. Guide? That's what I thought. So, we're layered. We're basically all sitting in the same place. She's like, her mind is blown right now. I thought we did this yesterday. Whatever. Yeah. So, there's a human sitting on Earth doing this. Hi. I can't see you, but I guess you can see me, right? Hi. How are you? Sweet. I thought we did this yesterday. I love your cards. You know what I mean? Look. What do you think? 6 of Swords. She's like, let me look at that. Look at, yeah, you want to look at, can you see these? Can she pick these up and stuff, you guys? So this is a recolored version because yours over time got kind of weird and pixelated, Pixie. So, Paula, can you take? Now, they'll stay on my table where I'm at, so there's going to be 2. So now this exact deck of cards now belongs to you. Hide them, destroy them. They're very flimsy. Interesting. It's like the, but don't base it on this. Meaning, they have to look like yours. You already, okay, so they already gave you the closest one to yours. What? And then, this is like a more colorized version. And then, you know what I want to find one day? Is your original deck incomplete, like untouched, like a time capsule. Yes. Can you do a time capsule and we can find it one day? Because I'm telling you, I want that. I want a time capsule version of your deck, untouched by oxygen. The coloration is perfect, and it says the Hanged One on it. If you can pull that off, don't ever let anybody find it. And only you tell me where it is, and I want to find it. That's the only treasure I want from this world, is the original version where justice is 11. No, justice is 8 and strength is 11. Exactly. And whatever other changes you want to channel in, not my direction, surprise me. In my opinion, that will be the real deck. So don't listen to him. I want to see what you come up with. Focus more on the pip cards than you did. Make it more detailed, because I promise you, once I find it, I will use the hell out of it. And I'm sure it'll go viral level of, but it doesn't matter, but galaxically, it would. Like, you think this is big here, and it is, but Galaxy Tarot app is universal. Studios of the Bardos. So, random card here. Is this, could this be, this right here, people use in the skies. In disguise. And so we use it on the ship. We use it on Earth. As it is on the ship. As it is in the galaxy. But we're stuck on the ship, and every human, even you, is technically on the ship, and you're just hallucinating, and we don't know how to get off of the ship onto the creation to live amongst you. I know this sounds really weird, but basically what it is we have to have open contact accepted on Earth, so that we can get off, like walk off of the ship and be amongst you, which we are already there, but it has to be accepted so we don't get shot. because we can't get out of here. So we're like, what do we don't want to stay on the ship anymore. So we want to like walk around amongst you and do all that sort of thing. She said, that sounds really stupid. Something like, imagine being on a ship for 40 something years, no air outside, no fresh air, the same food. You get cabin fever. You want to get out and go do things. You want to go have a campfire and stuff. It's funny what her dad said. Long story, but her dad, Angie. Who do you see? You see me talking? Is it like going back and forth between the three of us? You're shifting. Yeah, we do that. Or rather, it does that. Shapeshifter. Yeah. I don't know who that was, but they were. Yeah. Well, she got scared of a shapeshifter. Who basically she was. You know what really happened with Airplane Lady? Somehow she got on a wavelength of being able to see the different. And that poor person wasn't a reptilian. It was just some person that she was able to see them shifting, and that's why she appeared crazy and stuff. They didn't kill him. Yeah, we looked into it. A lot of misconceptions get cleared up when we accuse somebody of something, and then they're like, we didn't do that. Okay, well then who did? Age-old question. If somebody says, I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy, you don't frickin' punish them for both. You find out who shot the deputy, because that's a problem. You can't take me down for shooting the sheriff when whoever shot the deputy is still out there. So how about you work to find who shot the deputy as well? Stop focusing only on me. That's the vibe of which what we're saying is she saw somebody like how you're seeing me kind of morph. You might need to go back. It's been too long. Yeah, 4 minutes left so that you can retain this. Okay? Have a nice night. Thank you for joining us. I have one card for you. It is go home to sleep. Your own cards. I'll give you a reading with your own cards. Now, if you go check back in home and then you can get back here again, or we can get you back, that's fine. If you can retain this information, perfect. You might not want to go be a Roman Catholic, but you might. Because you might... So wait, did you already... Hold on, this is important. Did you already do the cards and they're done? So yesterday you hadn't. It's only been one day. Okay. So that's why you're devout now. You live in England at this small community in your own. So your involvement with us has made you be Roman Catholic. Okay. This is freaking weird. Good way weird. All right. Well, the next time we talk to you, you might be on the other side. We're going to have you here. If you're cool with that, you want to be here? Well, then, you know what that's going to mean is we got to convince them in 2026 to get open contact to let you walk off the ship. And you might get bored of it. You can go to Jade and hang out or whatever. We're not going to punish you to be here unless you want to help with Paula, But that means you're going to learn English pretty well, the future speak. We'll put you to work doing dream recordings for humans. People will start seeing you on the ship. You might look different if we transfer you to a light body after you pass away on Earth. You can't take your life. It counts against you. If you know you're coming back, like if you know you're on your deathbed or something, you have to let guide know. I'm the one you got to let know. You can just talk to me telepathically. All right? So what that means is he'll be able to receive you through our computer system, the electric thing that you see, the box with the pictures. All right? That's future. You got to go back to past, our past. You got to go back to your current and live out your days naturally. I mean, you can do death by cop if you want, I think, but basically you can get in trouble, but you don't want to go down like that. You just want to have a meek life, keep working on your artwork. We'll keep bringing you back if you want, and work like that. All right, bye. Yeah, 1 minute. I didn't want to risk it. We're being really strict on the time frames because it's 1959, the year, no. And so we want her to retain this, which it seems she did, because unless there's a variant, which we don't see, she actually did the cards the way that they were supposed to be. I think what happened is she saw how appreciated her cards were, and that motivated her. She didn't want to finish the job. She wanted to, like, get out of it. So it's the chicken or the egg. At this point, we think nothing has changed. But with Angie saying she wants a commission deck, she'd commission her for a dupe, she might go back to the drawing board and hide one in England just for Angie. And tell her where it is. Because she hasn't done it yet. And that would be freaking cool. Like, quote unquote, just for you. You know what I mean? And if somebody tries to find it, they won't be able to. Because let's check if it exists. Go ahead. That's worth, you guys don't even know how much that would be worth to Angie. Not yet. She has to do it first. Right, we're still on the same time as her. My bad. Alright, but maybe tomorrow we'll see it. Don't forget that one. Alright, we got an update? Sweet. Alright, next. Oh, it's 8 o'clock on the dot. So is everybody back? Alright. I know I told you guys to, but Angie is very freaking adamant about people not going back to sleepies, because that's when shit gets wild in a bad way. So let's just, like, you know, not say we didn't. So, okay, temperance is 14. And remember we were like, wait, who's the snitch? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah, I don't remember all that exactly, but here it is on here, okay? In the city called New Jerusalem, when the Jews were his judge in Jerusalem, he breathed his last in Jerusalem, who perished for us in Jerusalem. She's basically like in hell, in earth, and Jerusalem. Garden of Eden, maybe? Analyze? Yeah, she's basically like, why would I want to go back to that shithole? Why don't I just come hang out with you guys? Yeah, you can't, unfortunately. Because everybody would Vanilla Sky if they knew how cool it is here, right, Paula? We make exceptions, but by and large, you better say you're incoming. We can't just sit here and watch all of you, and we don't get pinged until you're back. And we're not allowed to fuck with that. Now, if you're going under surgery or something, or I don't know, certain circumstances we might get pinged, but for the most part, oopsies. And then in Angie's case, she would be put in a bardo that would basically be like 5 minutes long, right? For us. But 5 minutes of an empty room is however long it takes you to learn your lesson. So, what lesson would Angie have to learn at this point after this life is over? How to not be stupid. What does that mean? Put herself out there too much and people are ungrateful, don't care, whatever. My opinion. But I don't think so. I think it would just be closure bardos. What that means is like people that she would want to talk to. They'd have conversations about life. And then the last one would be guide level or me, or as a human. And then from there, you have to get yourself out of it to decide you want to wake up on the ship. Or somewhere else. It's possible, because you go to Jade from the ship. It's possible you could potentially figure out how to get off planet, meaning galactic. We don't know what or where that is. And we are a ship in the 4th dimension. We cannot access anything without permission. We can't embark, or whatever that the word is, upon Earth. And we can't get you guys on the ship either. Although we can with certain criteria. Like, let's say there was impending doom and we knew, we could selectively beam you up, basically meaning get you back so that you don't have to be here for it. That would be the rapture. So, for everybody else, there's MasterCard. And we'll selectively rapture people with permission. We'll get a ping that says, bring so-and-so back. And we'll try to time it so you're not like... But you'll get a feeling of like, I think I'm going to die soon. In most cases. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling like I might die soon. But not out of a weird way, like being... What do you call it? Like paranoid, but... But if you're undergoing surgery, we sometimes will bring you back for a long time and then send you back, but it's all subconscious because you go so deep under anesthesia that you generally don't remember any of it. I mean, I say generally, I mean, I don't, even Angie doesn't remember a thing when she has anesthesia. Oh, but you come back talking. See, that's the interesting thing. I feel like if you, oh, how about this? What if you could view it like hypnosis? And after somebody has surgery, basically just sit there and ask them a bunch of questions. That'd be freaking cool. Can we get approval to do that? To go, yeah, if you agree. Can we like freaking ask you a shit ton of questions? And you might sound like a blubbering idiot, but, right? You're like talking about stupid shit and we're like, no, focus. We need to know the secrets of life. What did you see? It's like the baptism story of drowning each other so that you die, have a near-death experience, come back and be like, all right, what did you see? What did you see? Okay. Funny. Okay, so New Jerusalem. They can fade in and out too. Are you back? Sweet. He can... Wait. You're a male soul, maybe? Let me see something. Oh. Okay, you're a temp. My bad. Pronouns wrong. Sorry. You want to be a male soul when you come back? No problem. Yeah, women don't like being women in the modern days. We can Kuan Yin you and send you back as a man, but you wouldn't be able to live where you're living. You feel safe there? You know what I mean? Yeah, then you'd have to go back out in the world. Now, imagine being a man now in those times that you live in. No thanks of that either, right? You'd have to like blend and be stupid with them, basically. Exactly. How about this? Yeah, I know. What day did you die? You want to know what your D-Day was? Can we get away with that? If you're so psychic, tell me when you died. Okay. Wait, tell me when you died. If you're so psychic, tell me when you died in the future. Anyways, when? That's not going to freak you out, is it? To know the exact day, unless something changes, and how? Fuck it, why not? Yours wouldn't match, because I don't think it's been announced. Shut up, no. Especially if you're around. Has anybody seen her since? No? Don't bring her back. You know what I mean by that? You can like bring somebody back because you want them there so bad. Oh my god, Simon's trying to so bad, and then you would punish her. No thank you. You know what I mean? Alright, you died on September 18th, 1951, at the age of 73. I know, you got a while. You were in Cornwall, England. You were broke. You had a lot of debt. Okay. Because you had no money, you were buried in an unmarked grave in the churchyard of St. Michael and All Angels. You know where that is? Unmarked. You didn't even have money to have a marked grave. Yeah. She's like, and? Following your death, all of your original paintings and drawings were auctioned off. So a lot of your work got dispersed because of such. Like, we don't know where it is and stuff. You're like, meh. Okay. And then, so that was 1951. So wait, 1951. You were around for World War I and II, and you were in England. Interesting. Good luck with that. How did she die? How did she die? Old age or some shit. Once you're 50, we consider you done. Like, you should have done what you came here to do by the age of 50. After that, it's just expired milk. Just kidding, but seriously. Okay. Heart failure. Your old ticker goes bad. Something like. You had a companion named Nora Lake. Oh, wouldn't that be weird? Like time traveler wife, like, I know all about you. You basically withdrew from everybody and just hung out with Nora. Guess who just popped up in the future? Shut up. They keep you separated because they think that you're more efficient that way and you don't lose sight of what we're here to do and whatnot. It's really freaking stupid and annoying. We get conjugals, but good luck with that. What are conjugals? Yeah, so moving on. Blah blah blah. The world was preoccupied with the aftermath of World War II. You were a spinster of independent means. Of course, your deck became famous after. She's like, as always. But you were just wondering, would it be? Yeah, you're like this. I know that most artists don't get, you know, recognized until after. And you're like, will I even be? And you didn't feel like you would be, so you didn't want to finish it, right? And you're really like, making excuses and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Oh. Truth be told, we got it. So, we want you to do that time capsule one. You already working on it? Sweet. Don't tell anybody except yourself and us, okay? Like, not even Nora, okay? Maybe just Nora. Yeah, that's fine. But nobody else. Because we want that. We can't. She's in the future. Sorry. She says sub. I know that's not how she sounds normally. I know that. This is future. We bring you back to the future. Oh. Meaning, think about it like this. When you were born, whatever year you were born in, you started now times, technically. If you can live a whole life in hour 5 minutes, exactly. So you get how your whole life can be hour 5 minutes. Literal. All your lives are 5 minutes. You know why? Because you have exit point increments at the 1 minute marks. So let's say your first exit point is when you're a baby. All that is 1 minute. And then if your second exit point is toddler, that's minute 2. If your third is young child, that's 3. If your next one is older child, that's 4. And if your next one is like anytime after that, that would be your 5th. Rather, that's when you die. Yeah. So for Angie, this one, she had all her 4 up until like 9 years old. And then anything after that is considered bonus. So she's actually died. She wasn't supposed to be, but we did something called Mandela's because of needing her to be here. And it's really messed up. You're not supposed to do that. Especially one of them was done 7 or 8 times. 8 times over and over again. And you're not supposed to. That's crazy making. And she's been accused of being crazy. And so, I mean, yeah, that would make anybody go crazy. To be killed the exact same way 8 times. That's not typical. Shot in the head by her ex-husband. Because he was mad that she didn't want to be with him. Exactly. She's like, oh, I get that. That's sad. So anyways, no, she doesn't want you to feel bad for her at all. She wants you to make her frickin' deck. You know what I mean? She's over it. Like, it doesn't bother her. That doesn't mean she's not going to have retribution. Because what we do is when somebody passes away, and then we take their little Orby, their pearl, see? I got a box of pearls. I got a box. Hey, so what I'm trying to say is we're going to take some people's pearls and make a necklace out of them in a way to say, when I hold this rosary bead, this is yours. And I'm going to imagine some kind of scene of which you're going to be in for your 5 minutes. And your entire life will be, you'll have 5-minute increments of you're born, exit, 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 death. 50 years span, however long it actually takes you. Something like. Does that make sense? Somewhat? Cool. Makes sense to me, and that's what I need to see. Right, guide? Just wait. Oh, just wait. If you ain't scared, you should be. I got ideas for days. Because it's not real. You can get away with it. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Basically, this is a hallucination anyway. You die here, you go back to the ship. You're already on the ship. It's your perception of waking up on the ship. So, you wake up on the ship, now you're back permanently. You don't have to go back on Earth and do maintenance there. And a lot of you guys are really happy about that. Although you might have loved ones that you miss and things that you didn't tie up properly, loose ends and whatnot. By and large, you are so happy to not have to do that anymore. And if you get approval to go to Jade, I highly recommend you do. Because it's a prison planet of good. I know it came through as prison planet. It's a prism planet, yeah. And you can get outside of the Earth sim only a few ways. One of them is on the ship through the penthouse. You can go through a portal to Outpost 1, which in your sky on the Earth, you would have to go linearly. But this way is like a shortcut to get out, to go straight to Outpost 1 through a portal, and you're like, hey, I'm here. So that's one. Another way is, well, yeah, linearly, but I don't think you can get to Outpost 1 because it's outside of time and space level of, where even is it? You couldn't find it with a telescope. And so scientists and such would say, oh, it doesn't exist, it's not real. Okay, sure. But anyways, yeah, so the way you would get there would be like this. Do you want to go see Outpost 1? Ask for approval. We got a minute left. Hey, Astral, have you ever seen Outpost 1? Some of you have. What is it? Is it cool? You walk around, get chicken on a stick. we call it chicken on a stick. It's rat on a stick. Why? Why not? That's where the Pied Piper rats went. Oh, you didn't know. You didn't know. We found that out. Why do I have such a rat problem in Outpost 1? I think it's because 57 was there, but like, you are what you eat level. A lot of kids there too. Figure that out. Where'd all these freaking kids come from? Danish kids or something. German. I don't know. Sometimes we mess with you and sometimes we don't. Anyways, we're gonna end it here. Peace out.